Look at that backdrop. I love it. That's awesome.
Yes. Let us move so you guys can see our whole backdrop.
Hey, there you go. That's awesome.
Freaking cool. That is awesome. Beautiful. Are you guys in the gym?
We are.
That is the west wall of our gym.
I kind of thought so with the echo going on in the background. I thought it sounded like a pretty big room. So, hey guys, I'm Eric.
I'm Vicky.
I'm Brian.
You guys know me.
Man, how fast did you have to drive to get there on time?
I would rather not say it on camera, but it was up 100 miles an hour.
Oh my,
You just said it on camera.
Yeah, but it bleeped out, so we didn't hear it.
Yeah, it bleeped.
oh good.
All right, so who's next to you,
And
David?
I'm Julie.
Hi, Julie.
Hi, Julie.
Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin. So we have Kevin and David and Julie and, oh, there's Chris.
Right.
Right.
Brian.
And this is Chris.
Hey, Chris.
I'm Chris. Hi.
Gosh, I feel like I'm in the company of celebrities. Look at you guys. What an all-star cast. You guys are all-stars.
Thanks.
Very talkative, too.
Oh, just don't get them started.
Julie won't ever stop.
So
That's
we
Chris,
We're
Dave,
backwards.
they're talkers.
It's weird.
So
It is.
we wanted to kind of get online with you guys and introduce you guys to our community. We've been talking about you and started a fundraiser for you on Friday. How much have we raised so far?
We've raised probably about almost 900 right now.
Yeah, we're at about 900.
Wow.
Thank you.
Guys.
Oh,
Hey, we've still got 2.5 weeks to go. We're doing good.
yeah, we got a ways to go, but you guys, I've been admiring what you guys have been doing for so long since David and David and I met through my daughter. And have you guys met Rachel, my daughter?
I don't think I have
I
yet.
have not.
I haven't even met her.
Well, I knew she did one of the Tough Mudder things, but I didn't think it was through you guys. I don't know how that worked, but anyway, we're just super thankful for what you guys do, and we just want to promote you guys and let as many people know as we can.
Yeah, so what we want to do is we want you guys to kind of give us a little bit of backstory, how you started, tell us what you do, and, just kind of, you guys talk, we'll listen.
All right. Okay. Go, Chris. Here we go.
Go, Chris.
I'm nominated.
Well, you started it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So my name is Chris Carter. I am a former Marine. How this kind of worked for me was this was kind of in my head as a form of self-therapy. I am 7 years, 6 months, and some odd days sober. And so this is kind of my sobriety program. With myself too, I had kind of a rough background, rough childhood growing up. So I have a lot of PTSD and trauma from that. And this is just how I work on my mental health and my physical health. And so it's a recovery program that I was doing for myself. My background, I'm a competitive power lifter, started about 10 years ago, and then introduction to CrossFit. And then with CrossFit, you do these hero workouts. So workouts honoring someone that died serving our country. We started getting into a little bit of obstacle course racing and just all kinds of different stuff. And for me, the daily training of coming into the gym with a sense of purpose, and the sense of purpose being an event. And so we know we have, this World's Toughest Mudder event that's 11 weeks away. 10 weeks away, I have a meet that I'm doing in Reno, Nevada as a weightlifting meet. It's a national level weightlifting meet. So it's the week before this Tough Mudder. So I've had to figure out a way to train Olympic weightlifting, and now we've added this endurance 24-hour event to it. And so it puts pressure on me to be in the gym, to not miss training, I've just been lifting since COVID. And so like I had to start on Friday running and then running Saturday morning and doing a hero workout. And it just gives me something to think about and something to train for. You know, and like one thing that really defines what we do, we had it happen just, you know, 2 hours ago. You know, I came to the gym. There's an active duty guy. He's a special forces guy. And he has like everything going wrong in his life right now. He just moved here. His buddy just died. He like, you know, went through divorce, can't find a place to live, just all this bad stuff. And we pull up for our kids class at 4 p.m. and there's just this loud, angry rock like blaring out of the gym. And I'm like, who is here? Like, what are they doing? Like, we have kids class in like 5 minutes. And, you know, this guy was in here and he was working out and he knew he was having a bad day. And like, for a lot of people having a bad day, this is the place to come to. So he came here and he worked out. Like, I usually won't let him work out in the kids class because like I separate the kids and the adults, but he's having such a hard time. I'm like, just stay for the kids, stay for the 5. And he ended up being here for about 2.5 hours. And just, it's a healthy way to relieve that frustration. And so it's kind of just that simple. You know, being in here, the daily training, the sense of purpose, looking forward to events. And then like me and Dave, so we've started doing this a while ago. Actually in my phone, I have like Dave Military Mutters because he was in a different obstacle course group, different nonprofit. And then I met him through that. And then we've just kind of been doing it ever since. You know, we did a 12-hour event last year that, according to Ben from Dave, it broke me. That's the first time you've seen me broken. That. Yeah.
Not patriotic.
Yeah. And so like these crucible events, like, you know, I'm doing this world's toughest. My mom, she overdosed. She committed suicide and she overdosed. And so for me, it's a big sobriety thing. I just got finished with my master's degree about 2 weeks ago as a drug and alcohol addiction counselor. I still got to go do my internship and stuff. But like for me, that, you know, that 24 hours just represents resiliency and represents not quitting. And so like, I'm not that smart of a guy. I'm not that talented of a guy, but I'm really good at not quitting. And I think not quitting over time, you get really good results. And so it's just teaching people that. And then like being a hope for our veterans. So if these average guys here, if we can not quit, you know, and just persevere and just like keep going 1 foot in front of a time, that may inspire other people to do the same.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Great.
Amazing.
So I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I don't know that much about you guys. So I'm curious. I know Eric and Rachel, they get together and they do their little chatter and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So David, where were you? You guys were all military, right?
Us 3 were.
They're military, we're both civilians.
These are the civilians who have to like chaperone us and make sure we don't screw up.
So Julie,
These are the Marines over here, the Army guy in the middle.
Right in the middle.
and Julie's the tough gal, right? She's the one that keeps you in line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, actually.
She's like a mom.
Yeah.
So Chris, how did you actually take the vision from your head of what you wanted to do and actually literally the logistics of starting the gym and all of that? Did you just go around and get fundraising in order to open the gym? How did you physically make it happen?
Manifestation is just a hobby of mine. So I enjoy manifestation. So I kind of do it as a side gig. No, I'm just kidding. So it started, I actually do like manifestation. I do think it's a cool thing. So it started in my garage. I started Devil Dog CrossFit out of my garage. That was 10 years ago. I had 5 athletes. I was just a personal trainer and then doing like boot camp classes. So like body weight classes. And then I got into CrossFit. I moved out of like a Globo gym setting and into my garage. And then from the garage, we moved into like the first third of this building. And then this person moved and we moved to the next part. And then now over there. And so we started with that. And so then that's the gym. And then the nonprofit it really was just because it was in my head and it was what I was doing. And we actually, so a lot of our fundraising, we do events. And so we host events. We do a deadlift event every year. We do 2 ruck challenges, one on Veterans Day, one on Memorial Day. And then we were doing a golf tournament, but we're going to turn that into like a hero, like CrossFit competition workout. And so the events that we do fundraising. And when we do events, we ask for sponsorship. And so we just kind of like, I don't know, we brought in a board and a very good like team board, which is what you see here, because we want to take it to the next level. The goal was just to be able to sponsor veterans to do events, because I honestly, I think it's kind of cool, like to be a sponsored athlete. And so like, hey, we're going to sponsor you to go do this event. Like, cool, you don't have to pay for registration. Go out there and train and do it. You know, the registration's on us. Now we also help with gym memberships. We do a support group. We do yoga for veterans and all that. And so I don't know.
Wow.
What we're trying to really build is just that, you know, veterans, we can get veterans in here and then sponsor them to go do different avenues of like whatever it is they like to do. So different fitness avenues.
Now, do you have, I know you're based around veterans, but do you have other just non-veterans, regulars off the street that join your gym or
Yeah,
what?
right here.
We're
Got it.
both members.
We're both gym members, and we actually joined because I said we were going to a couple of years ago. So I told my we were joining. But I looked around at it was a CrossFit gym at the time. I looked around at the ones in town and I saw that this one was veteran owned. And with my grandfathers having served in the Navy and my stepdad in the Navy, and I was like, well, we're going to go to the veteran owned gym. And then we came here, and then the community here with civilians and veterans, we were just all working out together or supporting each other in these tough mudders. And it's an amazing feeling.
So do you do the Tough Mudders too, Julie?
Yes, I do. I love
She
them.
just did it.
The gym is a really good mix of veterans and civilians, and the Tough Mudder events and the Spartan events, all the obstacle events. It's not just military. As civilians, we pay our own way into those things.
Yeah.
But we join the team with those veterans and kind of have a nice team camaraderie around those events. And then we also sponsor beyond, you know, other veterans, like Chris was saying, to do other events. We had a
gal
one of our
just
veterans recently won a Taekwondo champion jiu-jitsu competition that we sponsored her in.
Oh, fantastic.
I don't even like to watch them. It hurts me to watch the Tough Mudders. I did yoga once.
Yeah.
And where I forgot, I was kind of getting off track whenever I was saying everything just now. How we started was we were going to do an event and we were going to do it for Wounded Warrior and like give our money and our proceeds to Wounded Warrior.
Yeah.
But because I was before 9/11, they wouldn't let me participate in Wounded Warrior. So that's actually why we started our own nonprofit veterans program, is because since I was before 9/11, I wasn't able to join them or do anything with them. So I'm like, okay, cool, we'll start our own. So that's actually what fired this whole thing up.
Wow.
All right, on the end there, what's his name?
To the right of
The
you.
quiet one.
Yes,
The strong silent one.
strong silent one. So let's hear your voice. Where'd you come in?
Well, as a former Marine, I just kind of fell in love with it because I heard the term devil dog. So
Right.
I honestly, Chris on Facebook when he was out of his gym, and I saw it. I always just kept saying, you know what, I'm going to go join that gym one of these days. But I was one of these days guy. And then when he came to this location, I ended up showing up and just trying one of his classes. And Chris has one of those personalities. I don't know if it's a Marine thing or what, but we became buddies. We became friends. And he motivates me. If I'm not showing up at the gym, he calls me out and he gets back to the gym. But then we started getting more involved with the Vo2 type stuff. My background, I have a master's degree in crisis and trauma counseling. I'm actually a chaplain for the Colorado Department of Corrections. I take care of the DOC staff. And so it was kind of a natural thing to come in and work with Chris and just start kind of just joining. And next thing I know, they make me president of Vo2 and I'm trapped and I can't go.
You're locked.
I absolutely love it. They drugged me to my first Tough Mudder, my first Spartan race this year. And I fell in love with obstacle course racing. So I'm kind of stuck with it. He's gotten me into powerlifting and it's done a lot for my soul and for my You know, it's just, it feels good to be here. I really have understood what they talk about when they say, you know, when you're having a bad day, this is a good place to come. Because you just come throw a bunch of heavy weight around, and some of those problems just kind of aren't quite such big problems anymore.
Yeah.
So it's, and I've gotten to know Dave and Julie and Brian, and it's just, it's an environment, it's a community. It's not a gym, it's a community.
Yeah. Wow.
How about you, David?
I just want to mention really quick that we're missing one person, so that if he ever sees this, I don't want him to think that we left him out.
Oh, yeah.
Brady,
Also Marine.
also a Marine. Yeah, he couldn't make it today because he's at work. He's an
Paramedic.
paramedic.
Yeah, I
So-
think David, you told me something about somebody that was a paramedic that might kind of chime in. But
He was gonna
Yeah.
try and chime in, but he's probably on a call, so.
Of course, yeah, it just depends on what he's got going on.
no worries. Now, I don't know, David, I don't know whether we mentioned it to you or not, but Vicki and I, we, and if you guys don't know, we teach people, we have a YouTube channel, we teach people to make wood signs, and we are, we're actually coming to Denver in October. We're doing a meetup with some of our fans, and I'm doing some demos and that kind of thing. So we'd love to be able to figure out a way to come by and meet you guys in person when we're up there.
That'd be great,
That would be
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you don't make me work out.
Oh, we'll make you, don't worry.
We might do a few burpees.
Yeah.
No burpees.
Okay. I know Rachel loves it. She just, and I just don't get it. I mean, I hate
Well,
to
But
sweat.
then she gets that kind of for me. I used to push a little weight once in a while back in my early days, and then I got into martial arts. So I can understand the passion and the obsession. I definitely can.
Well, and another thing that I love about it here is that the age range of people here goes from, well, the kids' classes, right? We've got what, 5-year-olds, right, doing their kids' classes, all the way up in the adults' class. Our oldest,
It's like 75.
no, not even,
This
68. Cheryl. Sharon.
no,
She's not
don't
70.
we have somebody in their 70s? Ben?
I don't think she's 70.
Okay.
68,
All right.
69.
So we have a very wide range of people coming in, doing the burpees, doing the stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and that everybody is, you know, I've been around gyms most of my life, and everybody's at a different level. And as long as you're advancing and you're getting better, then, you know, it becomes a competition more in yourself than it does necessarily with other people. That's the way I always felt the gym. I would kind of judge myself sometimes on other guys that were in the gym, but more than that, it was just, I wanted to get better for myself. I wanted to be better this workout than I was the last. And, you know, again, like exactly what you said, Chris, I've never been truly talented at any particular thing, but I just don't.
That's a lie.
I just don't quit. You know, I'm one of those guys that just always shows up. I just don't quit. There was so many more talented people, but it's a matter of just showing up. Just keep showing up.
You have your.
I agree.
aw.
All right.
40 years,
Let's-
yeah, he's
yeah.
used to me.
Yeah, let's move on. Anyway,
Please.
So David, how did you get involved?
I just walked into the gym one morning at 6 a.m. and saw Chris, and yes, the rest.
What, love at first sight? What?
I guess it just works. Whatever it is, the camaraderie that we lost in the military, it's with Veterans Overcoming Obstacles, it's in Devil Dog Strength and Conditioning. It's home.
yeah,
It's where we always come back to. On November the 19th, 2019, I lost my dad unexpectedly.
Yeah.
About 8 o'clock in the morning. I was here at 5 p.m.
wow,
because I didn't know where to go. And this is where I was drawn to.
wow.
I
And-
saw Chris in the morning and I came here in the afternoon.
Amazing. So,
And just to throw a little bit of extra towards World's Toughest Mudder, Eric, I am gonna run this for my dad. Chris is gonna run it for his mom.
wow.
So there's an awful lot of probably gonna go to some dark places.
Yeah.
We live to embrace those dark places.
I'm so excited that you guys are coming out to Laughlin. That's just, I never dreamed that they'd have an event in Laughlin. That's the one you're talking about, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. That's the one you're gonna be there for 24 hours with us.
With Kevin.
Kevin.
I'll be there. I'm so looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to meeting all you guys in hopefully in October. I think it's October 15, 16 is when we're going to be in town. When we'll be up in the area. But we'll figure it out. We'll schedule it out. Now no, go ahead, Chris. Go ahead.
In town the 15th and the 16th in Denver.
Yes.
Okay, because we have a power thing, right? Yeah. What month is it?
October.
23rd.
Too many events. Too many events. It's okay. My bad.
No worries. So from a gym membership, are you guys kind of half civilians, half former military, that kind of thing, or what's the mix? What's the total? How many?
We're like 30% veteran.
30? Wow. Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And
Definitely want to bring more veterans in.
But that's a lot. I think that's a lot for a gym. Like there's veterans in almost every class. You see veterans throughout the day, and yeah, it's a huge thing. And then the civilians are patriotic civilians.
Yeah.
So they're not regular civilians. Like it's an overall theme in this gym is that the patriotism and the respect that goes from both sides.
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah, I'm not former military, but we've always lived in a kind of a patriotic ecosystem around here. American flag and back the blue. I wear this all the time. I get comments on this all
Not
the
always
time.
good comments.
Most of the time, though. Most of the time, our audience that watches us, by and large, a lot of veterans, a lot of former retired military, retired police officers, and law enforcement. A lot of them. First responders. So
Awesome.
I don't know. Woodworking seems to kind of, and that's something that I found out by accident. Is that something to do with what we do running the router and actually concentrating on that? It actually we have a lot of PTSD people that say that is kind of like a therapeutic thing for them. It allows them to concentrate on it.
Sanding.
It's practicing mindfulness. It's like mindfulness. Like that's a definition of mindfulness.
Yeah. Well,
being in the moment.
I've never heard it put that way, but it sounds right to me.
Sounds better than what
It's just I'm just a good guesser.
Well, guys, we're going to let you move on with your evening. Thank you so much. So we're in the middle or just at the beginning of this fundraiser. We're hoping that we can raise a lot of money for you guys. We're so looking forward to coming up and meeting you when we get to town. And,
we will be there on Friday the 15th of October.
Yeah.
So remember that date.
Okay.
Put it on the schedule. She'll put it on the schedule.
Julie's a schedule.
Okay.
Remember that, Julie.
Julie's the one. Yes.
I got it.
Well, thanks so much, you guys. It's been an honor. Go ahead, David. What were you saying?
Thank you guys for your time. We appreciate your support.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for all your efforts.
We're absolutely honored. We're just so proud to help you guys and do what we can.
We want to do something that sometimes I think people feel like, what can I do? What can I do to help support? And, I think it's kind of, for me, it's really with all this garbage going on right now. And I was looking at the pictures of these young soldiers and they're babies, my gosh. And so that's when Eric suggested, that we do this, I was like, oh, something finally I can do, you know, so
Yeah.
it's an honor. It's an honor.
It's truly an honor, folks. All right. Well, you guys have a great evening. We will be in touch soon. Obviously, we'll keep you and David or Julie will keep you apprised of where we're at fundraising wise. And we're just going to keep pushing. And
I'm going to beg. I'm not too proud to beg.
Yeah.
Neither are we.
I will, you know,
Yeah.
I'll push.
So what we're doing is we're doing a raffle. We're giving away some stuff, $5 tickets, and everybody goes into the raffle. And then on the 17th, we'll be doing the drawing and handing stuff out, and then we'll ship that stuff out because we ship stuff every day. And so we'll do what we can from our end, guys. You guys keep doing what you're doing.
Hey,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Oh, I gotta find the little.
Good night.
There we go.
Bye.
Bye.